I got involved in drugs, I got involved in gangs, I got involved in other more serious things. My mom couldn't even stand me. She said, you come around, I don't want you around. It's very sad when your mom don't want you.
At age 16, the arrest began. At 18, he was put on probation for drug possession. Then came a gang fight. A man was shot, and Rudy Rodriguez was left holding the gun. He was caught, trapped, and the reality of his future finally struck him.
I remember well when the judge said to me, 1 year in my short prayer that I used to pray, I say, God, help me do this year.
Rudy had nowhere left to run. Stuck in a tiny prison cell for over a year with nothing else to do, he began to take Bible study courses just to pass the time. But when his jail time was up and Rudy was released, nothing had really changed.
You back again in the web. It's like a web. You get caught up again. You get caught up again. And by the time you know it, you're in it again.
The next 15 years were simply a repeat of the past. Drinking, drugs, and gang fights with the homeboys. Always trying to stay one step ahead of the police and not violate his parole. Soon, the drugs and drinking were no longer just a lark. Rudy Rodriguez had become an addict.
How did I get involved? How did I start this? How did I get too far? Why did I do this? Why didn't I correct it? All your life, you start rewinding that and you come to the realization where you at. How did I get myself in here?
Rudy tried everything. 5 years of AA, counseling groups, even a stint with Jehovah's Witnesses. But nothing filled the void he felt deep in his heart. And nothing could replace his desire for drugs and alcohol. Then Rudy was invited to a teen challenge meeting, and there heard something he had never heard before. 3 weeks later, Rudy Rodriguez was ready to let someone else take over his life.
I felt a tug in my heart, and I believe God had a plan in my life. Not realizing and understanding the spiritual part of God, but I went up there to the altar and really gave my heart totally, completely to the Lord.
Did you feel a change right then?
Oh, right away. 2 Corinthians says, 5:17, therefore if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. I came out of that place, seeing everything beautiful, like the light was hitting, the outside of the world. And
Rudy soon found that year of Bible study in jail 20 years before had not been in vain.
Every night I made an effort to go every evening, and some scripture will come to remembrance that I studied in jail. And like the word was really coming alive now that I had Jesus in me.
As he walked the streets of Lodi, Rudy was a different man. A man who couldn't escape what he felt for those he saw in the streets. With $500 in his pocket, he set out to do something to help.
I had all the church praying. I had your club, the 700 Club, praying for this. I wanted to do the Lord's will.
At number 7 Sacramento Street, Rudy found what he was looking for.
You have any chairs? No. You have any tables? No. All I have is a Bible. So he says, I have all that. I'll rent it to you. Let's see, $350, $50 for this. And at the end he says, total $500. Then I wanted to jump and shout because I knew that the Lord was in it.
And that was the beginning of the Lodi New Life mission.
The clothing, the food, the shelter is just the bait. Have you seen a fisherman go out and fish without no bait? No. You won't catch nothing, right? So the Lord uses this material to catch the fish, is to catch the soul of the man.
10 years later, the Lodi New Life mission is in full swing, with space for worship services each day, hot meals to be served, a staffed medical clinic, and beds for over 40 people. Rudy Rodriguez has found a way to make a difference in his corner of the world.
From 25 years of drugs and alcoholism that I sought AA, I went to RDC, I spent time in recovery, I spent time in jails, And thank God I don't put those programs down. They do help. They help the physical. You get better, you get color in your skin, you eat good. But the soul, you come out of there, you still come out empty. And that's what God did in my life at Teen Challenge. They gave me my answer that I needed.
And that's what Rudy Rodriguez and the Lodi New Life Mission are all about. Showing troubled lives that Jesus Christ really is the answer.
The Lord just impressed in my heart to go share this love, this Jesus that changed my life, to share it with people now.